Hello, I'm Archibald Chesterfield III, and today I'm doing some paid reviews for Scott Schroeder, who's asked me a whole range of questions, which I'm making an individual video for each question. And he's very kindly paid me a big fee to answer these questions for all you nasty, vicious, foul-mouthed fuckers out there. So Scott's second question is, and it relates to the first question where we were talking about Omega's tie-in with NASA and the James Bond franchise. Based on the above answers, what does this say about the Omega brand? Is Omega's success based solely on the endorsement of a US government agency and a movie character? Very good point there. And as I mentioned in the first question there, Omega had that guy, Nick, the big fat guy who wore a watch on each wrist. No, it's not me. Nick Hayek, who was in charge of the Swatch Group, who Omega's sort of their big jewel in the crown, and that's probably had the biggest impact on Omega. But the tie-in with the space thing, that's just luck. I mean, each brand has different things. I mean, you've got brands like Rolex, who they gave Rolexes to presidents, heads of state, people like Sir Winston Churchill, Eisenhower. They did a lot of marketing like that. And Omega fucked up the moon thing. Rolex fucked up the moon thing. So that's a bit of a shame, really. But you know, with Omega itself, there, the Moon Watch, I think that as I said, the NASA event is probably the biggest thing that's helped the brand along, and it's preserved the Speedmaster. Instead of it changing, they've preserved it because it's such a historic event, and they're obviously a business commercial enterprise, and they obviously, you know, do things that make the best money, business, because it's a capitalist world. It's a capitalist fucking world, fuckers. There ain't nothing fucking free in this world, and you just ask Cecil the Lion about that, fuckers. It's a very nasty world, and the reality is, fuckers, is that I don't know what to say there. The reality is, fuckers, is that it's the world we live in is shaped by many things which don't seem significant at the time, but are hugely significant. And the fucker who took over Omega, I'm just trying to find a picture of him. That was Nicholas Hayek. Swiss-Lebanese entrepreneur, co-founder, CEO, and chairman of the board of Swatch Group. The Swiss group, Swatch Group. And he really had a big impact on the watch industry. So he himself there, we'll just see if we can get a picture of him there. There we go. Bit of a... He died in 2010. He really had a lot to do with it. And Omega was obviously one of the players in the Swatch Group. So I think Nicholas Hayek had a huge shaping of modern Omega. But I got to tell you, in my opinion there itself, I would say, in all honesty, you've got to appreciate the fact that the moon thing, the tie-in with the moon shit, is fucking important. That was huge event. It's tied to history. Great! Omega ran with it well, rightly so, and the rest is history. Like Rolex the president, that's always associated with success. And, you know, it's just a tie-in. These tie-ins, it has a big thing. So I think Nick Hayek is probably shaped the business, but definitely the Moonwatch and the, you know, to a lesser extent, the Bond thing. But the Bond thing has had a fucking huge influence. And I don't think Omega paid to have the watch in. What Omega did was, Omega tied in advertising. They would advertise the watch when the movie was released, and the James Bond franchise got all this free advertising. And that's how they sort of did it. So just to make sure I've answered the question, what does it say about Omega? Well, it just says that Omega was right place, right time, and they milked it for what it's worth. That's what it says. Good business. That's very good business. And is Omega's, I wouldn't say it's solely based, but it's been a huge tie-in for the brand. I'm Archibald Chesterfield III. Tell me what you nasty, vicious, manky, aggressive fuckers think of that. Nice one, Archie. Great vid.
We specialize here in pre-owned Rolex watches. Rolex watch is a very special timepiece, and we always do the servicing exactly as factory specifications. We buy a pre-owned piece and we put it into brand new condition. We have Rolex certified technicians working on that. We completely disassemble the piece. We adjust and polish and change every single part of the watch.
You have to have certified watchmakers that know what they're doing. If you have an expensive car, you're just not going to bring it to any mechanic that doesn't know what they're doing.
You spend $5,000, it's like if you put money in the safe deposit box. And 1 or 2 years from now, you will keep having your $5,000. We have to spend a lot of money to get all this equipment together, but makes me feel I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's not a question of money, it's my passion.
Jewelers on Time, simply the best.